So the University of Hawaii is poised to enter a 10-year, $285 million contract renewal with the U.S. Navy. Now, this is for all kinds of research. We're talking ocean research, astronomy. Stewart Yerton is here from Civil Beat to talk more about this. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Grace.
So let's explain to our viewers exactly what this money would be used for.
Yeah, so the money is used for a range of research projects within the core competencies of the University of Hawaii. That, as you mentioned, includes oceanography, astronomy, information technology, optics, things that the UH does well.
So this isn't specifically for weapons development because it's for the military.
That's right. It's not for weapons. The proponents of this say they are not developing weapons of mass destruction, nothing warfare related.
Now, we're only like one of maybe, what, 5 schools who are entering into this type of contract across the nation?
Yes, there are 5 universities, Johns Hopkins, University of Texas at Austin, Penn State, and the University of Washington that have these contracts.
So it's a pretty big deal for these universities to have this type of funding and that much money.
Yes, it's a lot of money, as you mentioned.
So how critical is this to the survival of UH?
It's not critical to the survival of UH, but it does provide a lot of jobs and a lot of research for the university. And
particularly research that we often in the media talk about, right?
Yes, I mean, there have been reports about an artificial reef project that's going on. Again, it would accelerate the growth of coral on these structures and help mitigate the effects of climate change.
So this is backed by the U.S. Navy in particular. So
yes.
There are definitely critics and concerns about that.
Yeah, so the critics are saying, look, some of this research is classified, so it's not public. We don't know what it is. 2, they say we can't trust the military. We can't trust the Navy, especially. Look at what happened with Red Hill. And then another point is, look, universities are supposed to advance human knowledge. If it's top secret information, that's not exactly advancing human knowledge.
Are there certain groups that are kind of voicing their criticism louder than others?
Yes. Well, the Student Government Association at UH passed a resolution saying stop this. There's some Native Hawaiian activists also involved. And again, they're looking at broader issues like colonialization and things like that.
So the former governor and longtime Congressman Neil Abercrombie is on the board, and he kind of weighed in on this, kind of using his past history.
That's exactly right. He said, look, he was on the House Armed Services Committee. They passed the Pentagon budget. He said a lot of information is classified. In the case of UH, it doesn't mean they're developing weapons. He said they're not. And he said, look, if you don't trust the military, what about the researchers? Do you really think the researchers are creating weapons under the guise of, or under the cloak of secrecy?
Very interesting stuff. You should definitely read the full article because we couldn't cover it all. You can find that on civilbeat.org, or you can text 66866 to get the newsletter. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
All right, Steve.
Thanks, Grace.